What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video we are actually talking about ThinkGeek and how it is closing down, as well as their website closing down. So if you liked this video or any of my videos, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post more videos like this one right here. But back to the topic at hand, and that is ThinkGeek. Now, if you have ever been to a mall or any kind of store that has a bunch of different places like a mall does, you will most likely find ThinkGeek stores. And ThinkGeek stores are actually pretty cool, but they oftentimes seem to be a little bit too expensive for me. But they also have a website that they have had for forever and has always had great things, great products, and everything that you've wanted to pick up if you are a pop culture or a nerd in general. So this video is going to be talking about how they are shutting down and kind of what happened to cause the shutdown. Now, I don't want to blame one company for this, but I will, and that'll be later on, so stick around to the end to make sure you find out why they're shutting down completely. But we're going to talk about them just a little bit before we kind of get into it. Now, if you have ever picked up anything memorabilia wise or merchandise wise from a video game or anything in the current pop culture, you may or may not have picked that up from actual ThinkGeek. Actual ThinkGeek is very cool. Their website is great. They designed it great. It always has funny April Fool's jokes. Everything about it is great until something happened later on that we will talk about. But first, I kind of want you guys to know that it's a very cool website. I have picked up some shirts there. I've picked up some cool things, gaming related. Also, I've got something like this, a controller like this. It's just a little plushie. That's kind of stuff that they would actually sell at ThinkGeek. So I have always been watching, looking, seeing what I can pick up there and what's cool and what's not cool. Now, I actually have a Christmas sweater that is a huge Pikachu on the front that I actually got from ThinkGeek after Christmas this year, or around Christmas maybe. It was very awesome, and I'm sad to kind of see it go. However, I tend to not shop there as of late, and you probably know why. But the prices have been inflated lately. I don't want to pay $20 for a t-shirt. Now, if it's someone like supporting RGT85, I'll gladly spend $20. But if it's for a corporation or a company, I'm not entitled or inclined to do that. So I kind of am reserved a little bit when it actually comes to spending that kind of money on a t-shirt. Now, sometimes I'll see a shirt at Walmart or something like that that's like $10 maybe is my max. I'll pick it up. But like when Target has shirts that are $15, I usually pass on it. But ThinkGeek always had great sales. They had some cool sales that you could find some cool things. Now, I know I have a bunch of Pixel Pals up here, and they always have Pixel Pals in their rotation of stock, and so that is something that you could pick up at a ThinkGeek store. However, they're shutting down, it seems like, and consolidating all their stores into GameStop. If you have been into GameStop recently, you have seen what they are. They're basically half a GameStop in the back and half the front is actually a ThinkGeek store, which I am okay with, but I prefer it be a ThinkGeek store and a GameStop store separate. But I digress about that. I've talked about that on this channel a bunch. However, what happened is a few years ago, actually GameStop bought out ThinkGeek, and honestly, that's when prices started to skyrocket to be too much for my opinion and my taste, but that's a different story. They always have great things. It's just always, in my opinion, too overpriced. So GameStop buys them, raises the prices, raises the rates. They still have that awesome what seems to be kind of background leadership, kind of like the people putting stuff on their website, making their website have funny jokes on it, be comical, April Fool's jokes, all that kind of stuff was on their website, and that was cool, and everything about that was cool. Then you started to see kind of that kind of ThinkGeek store kind of bleed into a GameStop. And so you saw maybe like an eighth of the store was a ThinkGeek store, and the rest was a GameStop, whether it was games or basically games. But then it slowly devolved into like a quarter of the store, and now it's about half the store. And at least my area, half the store is a ThinkGeek store. And honestly, I could give or take that. Now, I've bought a few game shirts from GameStop because they were ThinkGeek and they were on sale or clearanced out. I had this really cool Boo shirt that says "Don't look at me," and he's like scared. It's great. I love it. However, it was only $9.99 because it was on sale, and I picked it up and I was like, yes, awesome. They have my size and everything. But oftentimes I walk through there and things are just too priced, too high. And I think that's kind of the downfall, is both the prices being inflated and GameStop owning them and kind of making it pointless to have a ThinkGeek at all, honestly. Because if you go to GameStop.com right now, everything that is on the ThinkGeek store is on GameStop, and you could pick it up, have it shipped to you with your games that you're playing. So maybe you do decide you want that Sonic Pixel Pal. You buy Sonic Pixel Pal, and the Sonic the Hedgehog, the game for your Sega Genesis, comes delivered to your door in one package, and you have fun with it. Which could be a cool thing, which could be a crappy thing if you are a ThinkGeek fan or employee. Now, ThinkGeek is this company that is very awesome. They knew what they wanted. They were gamer-centric, but then they got bought out by that big company, and it just kind of tanked and went down the drain, which really sucks, because we, as a gamer, I say we, I did, and I know other people that did too, loved ThinkGeek before GameStop. It was a great website, but now it's kind of defunct. You don't really need it. GameStop is half full, like I keep saying in this video, of ThinkGeek stuff. Items, clothes, cool things, statues. Have you ever stopped and looked at how much those statues or helmets cost at GameStop? They're insane. You can see some like $20 ones, some $40, $50. I've seen the $100, $150. I've seen $200 statues at a GameStop, and some of them are used, and I'm like, there is no way I would pay for that. I could buy like 25 games or one statue. Now, okay, I'm not gonna nitpick too much because people like statues and I understand that, but when it comes to actually spending that money at a GameStop, I'm kind of disappointed. I think ThinkGeek was a very cool concept, very awesome thing, but I think GameStop took advantage of what they had going for them and drained the life out of them, and are kind of throwing them to the wayside and taking all their assets, all their inventory, and putting them in their store. They probably will even rebrand them and it won't be ThinkGeek anymore. Which honestly is kind of a shame, and I'm kind of sad about that, because ThinkGeek was that one cool place that you could go on the internet, find a bunch of games that you love playing, whether it's Mario, whether it's Pokemon, whether it's Zelda, whether it's Minecraft, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's whatever game is popular or that is fun to play. It most likely has something to do with it. It also had stuff like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, other nerdy stuff that is very awesome and kind of goes along with the gaming portion. So I loved that aspect of it. So I'm very interested to see kind of where the nerd lore kind of goes. Does it go away with GameStop, or does it kind of be drawn into GameStop and GameStop starts selling like Lord of the Rings stuff, or not Zelda, obviously they'll sell Zelda stuff, but like Harry Potter and Star Wars and Star Trek and all that stuff that's not game related per se, but is kind of in line with the whole nerdy kind of thing that they kind of want to go with. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about ThinkGeek going under. Now, they didn't go under. All their assets and inventory is probably gonna go to GameStop, but their website is shutting down, so I think that's a big deal. So I want to know what you guys think. Did GameStop ruin ThinkGeek, or what else happened? So with that being said, comment down below and let me know what your thoughts on the subject are. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post more videos, which is almost, if not every day. So with that being said, I want to say one more time, thank you for watching and make sure you have a good day.